the teachers, because he was a teacher. It must have been very painful. But the worst experience was when my mother was being buried. Two things that really didn't excite me. One, they couldn't raise enough money for coffin. So they buried my mother using the cardboards. You know, it was really a very bad coffin. And then they pulled my father from hospital. Wasn't very conscious. Was being carried from the hospital. And to come and bury his wife. It's a small boy, I could see. It was a very bad scene. So they buried my mother. And then my father went back to the hospital. After 2 months, he also passed on.
Pole sana.
So you can imagine the situation we were in. And as it was being, of course, the people buried my father too. I remember during the burial now, one of my aunts who was crying the most until he broke the, it's called what? Until he broke the, you see this glass that is usually placed on top of the coffin. And she broke, sorry. So as she was crying and shedding tears and everything, I said, "Hey, this is a very good aunt. This is the one that must have loved my dad." Because I'm a small boy. So after the burial, each person is supposed to go with one of the relatives.
Right.
And I picked her. So we are six in number. We have three. Ladies 3 and gentlemen 3. It's a very unfortunate thing in our lives because we didn't grow together. We grew like cousins. Because each person grew their way.
Right.
But the worst was me. I had a very bad growing experience because I moved from relative to relative. They considered me a bit stubborn. Okay, my character, as you know it now, I'm usually very firm.
Yes.
And people consider that as arrogance. It's very unfortunate that people consider when you're genuine and firm. I told you, people love pretenders. It's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. I have been in this politics now. This is my second term as a member of parliament. I'll tell you that I have tried to start now learning the art of acting because people love actors. People love people who can burn a school and rush there with mattresses. They don't question how the fire came by. People love actors. And so I am usually very real. I'm trying now to be an actor, which is not really very easy for me.
Right.
In that realness, I did not have a good upbringing. One of my uncles wanted to sell my father's property. As a young boy, because I lived with him, I refused. What happens? Used to be beaten. I was 9, 10 years old. They cut my, by the way, people do not know I need to have a card for disability. This finger, this finger, as you can see.
Yes.
Shapeless because of assault by a relative. This one, ikahang kabisa mpaka chini, ikashonwa. Nikikupiga kofi, utasikia uchungu sana juu hii ni plastic. And people do not know.